Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for Manchester United news, rumours, and updates. Our first news is Man United chief claims club can win Premier League in 3 years as plan revealed. Manchester United endured a woeful season under Ruben Amorim, but there is still belief behind the scenes that the former Sporting Lisbon head coach can restore the club to their former glory. Manchester United CEO Omar Barada claims the Red Devils can win the Premier League by 2028, having given his backing to Ruben Amorim. United have endured a rotten few years recently, which culminated in their worst ever Premier League season last term. They slumped to 15th under Amorim after losing 18 of their league games. United also failed to earn a spot back in the Champions League, having lost out to Premier League rivals Tottenham in the Europa League final. Despite their dismal campaign still being fresh in the mind, Barada is still convinced that United can challenge for the Premier League crown over the coming seasons. Asked if the club are capable of winning the title, he replied, "Of course. We've just finished 15th and it seems like an impossible task. But why not aim for it? Why not do everything in our power? I firmly believe that we can do it. We have 2 or 3 summer windows to build a team to start competing to win the Premier League, and if we can achieve it before then, we'll all be happy, and so nobody's saying that we don't want to win it until then." The closest United have come to winning the league since the retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson came in 2018 and 2021, as they finished second to local rivals Manchester City under Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer respectively. And Barada still has faith that Amorim could be the man to end that long wait, despite claims last season that he could have been jettisoned. "We saw it as an investment for the following seasons, because we were going to give time to Ruben to get to know the squad, the club, the Premier League," Barada added. "So by the time that we got to now, we'll have had all the discussions about what does the squad need, the 2 to 3 year plan to get to a squad that's capable of winning the Premier League. Who else should Man United sign this summer? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We have a very clear roadmap of how we're going to get there. Had Ruben started on July 1st, 2025, we wouldn't have been able to have all that knowledge, right? And that's what I feel these 7 or 8 months that he's had. He's suffered in the Premier League, and the team has suffered. That's why I feel that it's really going to help us in the future. United have already been busy in the transfer market as they attempt to recover from their woeful campaign. The Red Devils activated a £62.5 release clause in Matheus Cunha's Wolves deal to sign him. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe. Our second news is Matheus Cunha compared to Man United legend as £62.5 million star set huge target. Manchester United were quick to complete their first piece of business this summer as Matheus Cunha arrived from Wolves for £62.5 million, and club chief Omar Barada believes he has shades of Eric Cantona. Matheus Cunha has been compared to Manchester United legend Eric Cantona in terms of the transformative impact he can have on the club. Brazil forward Cunha became United's first signing of the summer after they met his £62.5 million release clause to bring him from Wolves. Cantona is credited for unlocking the door to United's first Premier League title in 1993, ending the club's 26-year wait to be English champions again. United chief executive Omar Barada reckons 26-year-old Cunha possesses a similar charisma and playing style to Cantona, and can prove a modern-day version of the enigmatic Frenchman at Old Trafford. "He's a player that I think fans are going to love," Barada said. "We can talk about his technical abilities, and he can play in 3 different positions. He's a playmaking attacking midfielder, he can score goals, he can make assists. I think he's going to lift people off their seats. He's got a bit of a swagger about him that people are going to really like. Dare I say, Cantona-esque. He was an important one to get done. We're going to do our best to do more signings quickly. Sometimes, when you're not quick, it's because you're negotiating and you're trying to make sure you get the right value for money. So being efficient or quick isn't necessarily the best thing for the club." Barada also doubled down on his belief that United can win the title by 2028, despite ending last season in 15th place, their worst finish of the Premier League era. Asked if winning the title in 3 years was realistic, Barada said, of course. We've just finished 15th and it seems like an impossible task. But why not aim for it? Why not do everything in our power? I firmly believe that we can do it. We have 2 or 3 summer windows to build a team to start competing to win the Premier League, and if we can achieve it before then, we'll all be happy, and so nobody's saying that we don't want to win it until then. Barada admitted appointing Ruben Amorim midway through the season was always likely to make it even more difficult for the team to perform. He said, "We saw it as an investment for the following seasons, because we were going to give time to Ruben to get to know the squad, the club, the Premier League. So by the time that we got to now, we'll have had all the discussions about what does the squad need, the 2 to 3 year plan to get to a squad that's capable of winning the Premier League. We have a very clear roadmap of how we're going to get there." Had Ruben started on July 1st, 2025, we wouldn't have been able to have all that knowledge, right? And that's what I feel these 7 or 8 months that he's had. Our last news is Ruben Amorim given brutal Man United verdict as pressure builds on manager. Manchester United ended last season in 15th place, their worst Premier League finish, with former striker Dwight Yorke claiming they are way off from challenging the top teams. Dwight Yorke has laid into former club Manchester United and claimed they are way off competing with the top teams in the Premier League. United ended last season in 15th place, their worst finish of the Premier League era, and failed to secure European football for next term after losing the Europa League final to Tottenham. Against that backdrop, Yorke, who won the treble with United in 1999, said there is no way Ruben Amorim's side can challenge the top clubs in England, like Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City. "I don't think so," Yorke told Flash Score. "They are probably not in the conversation right now. Let's get back to trying to compete at a very consistent, sort of consistent, what we do consistently. And if we can do that, then we'll have to see where we finish. But in terms of challenging the big boys in the minute, we're way off the mark. I think it's been well documented that it's been a really poor season by our standards. Of course we don't like to see Manchester United in the position that they are, but it's where the club is at the moment that it's been a very difficult campaign all round, so we have to look at the season and have a reflection and hopefully come back stronger and with a bit of fighting spirit. If we're finishing 15th in the league, then something is really wrong. So we have to reflect and start building immediately." Asked how much time Amorim should be given to turn United's fortunes around, Yorke said, "I don't know the exact amount of time. What I do know as a manager, is you've got to win football matches. And the more you go about not winning football matches, you're certainly making life difficult for yourself. So I think as any manager, he has got to find a way to try to win matches and be a little bit more consistent. But if you're not winning matches, you're sort of forcing the way in terms of trying to put a real negative spin on it." Asked what he would do differently if he were in Amorim's position, Yorke said, "Well, to begin with, I would need some players. If I don't get the players, then it's a bit difficult to sort of even implement those ideas. I think that there's enough in the team. I think there's a lot of talent within the squad. You've just got to find a way to win matches." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.